Today we're gonna make an awesome Christmas Eve dish, but really any time of the year. It's called Lobster Oreganata. Here are the ingredients. Let's get into it right now. Okay, I always like to go over the ingredients. This is a simple one. It truly comes together in about 30 minutes. Yeah, 45 if you're a little slow. It's not much work and it's super impressive for the holidays for your guests because most people don't make stuff like this. They don't wanna make stuff like this. Lobster, buy tails, just use tails. It's gonna make it so easy. I have 6 beautiful tails right here, and these tails are 4-ounce tails, okay? So they're quarter-pound tails. They're not that large. We'll clean them up, we're gonna split them so it allows people to, everybody to get a nice taste of lobster. I'm also adding clams in here. That's not a part of the recipe, but I just, you're making an oreganata, you got the seasoning, the breadcrumbs, you can just add a couple clams to the mix. So you don't have to do that if you don't like, but I'll show you how to do it, and super easy. For that breadcrumb mixture that's going on there, our oreganata mixture, we have a ½ cup of plain breadcrumbs, like 2 to 3 tablespoons of fresh minced parsley, ½ teaspoon salt, that's Diamond Crystal Kosher salt, ½ teaspoon of oregano, and about a ¼ teaspoon of crushed red pepper flakes. You can add more spice if you want, but you don't really need to because we're making a super flavorful sauce that we're gonna spoon on top of the breadcrumbs too. For that sauce, we have about 10 cloves of garlic minced, but I would use even more. I would use like 15 cloves or 20 cloves or 40 cloves like most Italian restaurants around here are gonna do for these dishes. We have 2 tablespoons of lemon juice in our sauce. It's gonna add a lot of zing to it. I have a ½ cup of dry white wine. That's gonna add even more of that pop to it. 6 tablespoons of butter. We're gonna just divide that. Some of that will be for the top on top of our lobster tails, and the other part will be used to finish our sauce to give it a really nice texture to it, mouthfeel. I have 3/4 cup of passata. Now this is not traditional for oreganata. Oreganata most of the time is going to have no tomato in it, but I want to add tomato in here. I want to make it my own. I want to make it unique. If you don't like it, you can just take the tomato out of it. We have about 1¼ cups of low sodium chicken stock. I'm using Better Than Bouillon chicken base. And then lemon wedges to finish it, along with more parsley, fresh minced parsley to finish it. We're gonna put olive oil in our breadcrumb mixture. We're gonna use more olive oil over here to make our sauce. Let's prep the lobsters. Again, these are 4-ounce lobster tails. So the recipe says 1½ pounds of lobster tails. You could use 4 6-ounce tails if you like. If you're gonna do a whole lobster, that's gonna be like enough for probably 2 people, unless you do really small lobsters, but you can do a really large lobster too. I've done it a good amount of times in my life, and I'll tell you, it never really gets easier. So I'm just like, this is kind of the easy way to do it. And a lot of people just like the tails. You could also add some claw meat in here too, and you could buy that in the store as well. All right, so for each tail, I already prepped them. I removed these little swimmerette things here they're like little legs. They're not the real legs. The real legs are on, are off the body. But those will just get in the way a little bit because we're gonna split these open. I'll show you, I have one here that I didn't do it. You can see these little, they're basically these little pieces here, okay? So you can take scissors and just cut them off like so. If you're prepping a whole bunch of tails, you can save these and you can make a nice lobster stock. If you're doing a whole lobster, definitely save all your lobster pieces, even after say you're just boiling some lobsters, save those pieces. You could make a really nice stock, and the stock would be awesome in this. Okay, sharp knife, and it's better to use a knife like a little bit thicker spine here. Just come right here by the bottom of the tail. Just put your point down first to start, just like this, okay? And just cut down the middle like this. Now you turned it. Now you can just go back to where you made your cut, okay? And then you can just complete the rest of it. Now we just split our lobster in half, like so. And that's what we want. We're gonna do this for the other ones. I'll do one more here. Okay, again, cut in half. Do the other ones. If you want to do clams, set your oven to 425 degrees. We just need to open them a little bit. Here's all these beautiful lobster tails, all right? Now listen, you don't have to do that. You can leave them whole. I like to do it this way because now I get turn 6 tails into 12 pieces. So especially for Christmas Eve, Feast of the 7 Fishes, each person can get 1 piece of lobster. Clams been in the oven for about 5 minutes. Okay, and there they are. Look, they're all popped open a little bit. I hope you can see that. They're hot, they're hard to work with when they're super hot. It's gonna pop them on here. Some of them didn't open enough. Like this guy right here, he's being stubborn. but most of them did. And then I'll throw him back in the oven. And a lot of times what they'll do is, because they have like only partial heat, they'll close back up again, okay? So you gotta be fairly quick here without burning yourself. So I like to get them to just like almost like they're starting to open, okay? Just this one guy here that didn't open, but he might open, or I could throw him back in for another 2 minutes, okay? So listen, this glove is perfect to do this with, okay? Make sure you have a juice groove on your cutting board because you're gonna get juice here. Take a clam, okay? Just like this. See how I'm going like this? Put it all the way in, all the way to the end, okay? And you know, if you have a better butter knife than I do, like a thicker one, it'll work even more. And now pivot, okay? I want to make sure you can see it. Okay, pivot the whole thing, what I just did, and now you're able to easily open your clam. Like so. You know, after a minute or two, they're cool enough to handle. Okay, same thing. Okay, just like this, get all the way down to the knuckle of the clam, and then you're not trying to pry it, like you're not going like this, you're going like this, and then you're pivoting. Like, get it closer, the closer you get. There, see I'm in now, so I'm all the way at the knuckle there. Now I can pivot and open it, which is what I want to be able to do. Most commercial clams you buy now are going to be purged. They're going to have no sand. See, no sand. Okay, there's like nothing in there. So look, all this juice that's going on here. That's why I said have a juice groove. You can strain this and you have clam juice, especially if you're doing a lot of these. But I just figured we'll just do a little bit of these, which is nice to add to the holiday feel of this dish. Okay, so I cleaned most of them. Like just what I did was just remove one side of the shell. Okay, doesn't matter which side. One side's a little deeper. Make the clam loose so when somebody's eating it after we stuff it, that it'll go right in where they don't have to fight with it. So I have a couple more here. Okay, see like this one, like this. Okay, you can just break the shell. Okay, and then you have this side and you have this side. Now just take it apart, put it in. You can leave a little juice in there. That's going to make them a little bit nicer when they're in there. Yeah, and just repeat for the remaining ones. All right, we'll set these up. We're gonna set our lobster up. We're gonna make our simple sauce. Turn on your broiler, okay? Your broiler, and then set the rack to the second highest level in your oven, okay? What I did was just use a fine mesh strainer, okay? And then you can save your clam juice. That'll take any sand out of there, okay? Sand's gone. Now, this clam juice, I don't have much of it, but we can combine this with the chicken stock that we had, okay? You can take a little bit out, or you can just add more, it's fine. And that's gonna increase the seafood flavor of this. Can you use shrimp stock instead of like the chicken stock? Absolutely, if you have it on hand. And obviously, if you have lobster stock, that's the best, okay? But you have to think ahead of time because you're not really gonna be able to buy that in the store. Half a cup of plain breadcrumbs, half a teaspoon Diamond Crystal Kosher salt, quarter teaspoon crushed red pepper flakes, and half a teaspoon of dried oregano. Just do a couple tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil and just mix these up. We don't want these to be super wet right now, okay? Fairly dry. So I'm just gonna break that oil where it kind of clumps, and then we'll put these off to the side. Okay, so now we're gonna make the sauce. Very simple sauce. I have a 14-inch stainless steel pan. You could use cast iron. In the thumbnail, it was done with a cast iron. It doesn't make a difference. You need something though that can go under your broiler, okay? It needs to be a broiler safe pan. Okay, medium heat. Coat the bottom amount of extra virgin olive oil here. Okay, do not be shy, don't worry. It's like, this is like an oily kind of like loose sauce. And then this is 10 cloves of minced garlic. So you see how it's starting to get a little bit of golden there and there? That's what we want, a little bit golden brown. You don't want to just put like the garlic and then like it have no color. It needs to get color even though it's minced, all right? But you gotta do this fast because then it'll start to burn. So here's the white wine, it's a half a cup. Just watch out, it's gonna go like this, okay? That's 1 1/4 cup of the chicken stock. This is the remaining clam juice, so we'll add that in there. I saw some sand go in, it'll be all right. Even with that fine mesh strainer, it wasn't fine enough. You should have used a coffee filter, okay? And then here's the tomato. Okay, and you don't need so much tomato in here. That's fine, that much. And again, if you don't want tomato, just don't put the tomato in. You don't have to do anything different. Okay, turn this heat up to high. Want to bring this to a lively simmer, okay? This has been boiling, going for about 3 minutes. It smells phenomenal. It smells like the best restaurant you've ever been to. Oh, my God. For seafood, it comes down to if you have good quality seafood. If you have bad seafood, nothing you do will help it, okay? You make the best sauce in the world, you put it on there, you still have bad seafood. All right, this is good. Turn it off. That's the sauce. That's how simple it is. Now, this is mostly for garnish, but we'll put in a little bit now. And listen, you could put a little bit of oregano in here, a little bit of hot red pepper, but you don't need much, all right? It's the garlic, it's the white wine, okay? And it's that lemon juice that's gonna be on there in a second. You have your broiler on, your rack is on the second highest level, okay? This is the sauce right here. I moved it off to the side, but I'm like, no, I need it next to me here. You could do this one of two ways. You could put the tails in here, put the breadcrumbs on, or you could do it on a cutting board. I'll just do it on a cutting board to show you a little bit more easily.
Jim, before you do that, add the parsley to your breadcrumb mixture.
Oh, yes, thank you. I forgot that. I told you I put everything in there except for one of the main things, the parsley. Thank you, Tara.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that's why we divided the parsley initially, was for this reason. So now look, this is all you have to do here. Got the tail, beautiful tail. You're gonna get your hands a little bit dirty here. There's really no other way about it. So I just take it like this, okay? And then I just push it on there. And just do it on your cutting board, because anything that gets away from you, you can just use again, okay? But that's it. That's how much we're doing here. I'm just gonna stick it in there, okay? I'm gonna stick it breadcrumb side up. Any excess breadcrumbs, if you have like up to 2 tablespoons, you could put in your sauce. That will help thicken it a little bit and give it a nice texture, but you don't want to put too much in or it will be too thick, the sauce. So that's why I like to just get it on here like this. And like it adheres to the lobster flesh. Let me show you how to do a couple clams, okay? And if you think you're gonna run out of breadcrumbs, just add like another 1/4 cup. You know, you could add a little bit more of all the seasoning if you like. But I'm telling you, as long as you keep it on this cutting board, you can use the excess. All right, so look, this is how you do a baked clam. You put the breadcrumbs on all around it, okay, like this, and you pack it fairly tightly. All right, because that's what's gonna happen is that if you don't do this, the clam, especially in the broiler, is going to get severely overcooked. The breadcrumbs will help keep, like, it's almost like a protective layer on it. You know, these clams, remember, are partially cooked. The lobster tail is not cooked at all yet. Okay, so now, same thing, clam, I'm just going to put right in here. Okay, we'll do another one. You don't have to put a ton of it. You just want to protect the clam. And remember, we loosened all the clams, so when now people eat it after, they don't have to wrestle with it. It'll pop right out. Here are a lot of them. I probably will be able to fit everything in here because now I'm adding the clams in. It might not. I have everything else covered in breadcrumbs over here. What I want to do at the end, and this is the reason why I'm not putting them all in here right now, I just want to be able to spoon, okay, a little bit of that garlicky, delicious wine sauce over the breadcrumbs. Just do a couple spoonfuls, okay? Just to moisten everything up. If you like seafood, you're gonna love this. It's very easy to do. I hope this doesn't look like complicated what I'm showing you here. Okay, I fit everything. You probably should use 2 different things, but you will see in a few minutes that the lobster tails everything how it curls up. So if you have any breadcrumbs left, up to 2 tablespoons, just go like this. It's actually, we just had the exact right amount. So if you just do lobster tails, you're gonna have some extra. Don't dump it all in though. Lemon juice, I should have actually just kept a lemon wedge because you want to squeeze a little bit onto everything here like this. This is 2 tablespoons total. So you want to do, it's roughly half a lemon. You're going to squeeze on top of everything. We're going to serve with more lemon wedges. All right, butter is cubed. It's been out too long, so it's going to be super soft. Definitely at least get a cube on each tail, but you can also put it on the clams too if you like. Basically, I have 6 tablespoons of butter. I want to save about half of it for later. We'll mix into the sauce at the end. Broiler for about 4 to 6 minutes on this. How do you know when a lobster tail is done? Okay, 140 degrees Fahrenheit to 145 if you're worried. Use an instant read thermometer. You can check that to get an exact temp, or just it's opaque and firm, okay? So it will no longer be clear meat. It'll be more like whitish meat, and it'll be firm. All right, you can do last case thing, just take a fork, take one out, test one, okay? That's it. Jim, be more technical. Okay, 1 minute in the broiler per ounce, okay? These are 4-ounce tails, so it's gonna be about 4 minutes. Okay, so that's why I said 4 to 6.
Even though they're split in half.
Even though they're split in half, it doesn't matter, okay? Simple stuff. All right, so that's been exactly 4 minutes. Let's check it out. You know, get some over here because this handle is hot. You don't wanna like screw up. Instant read thermometer we got right here. Let's check a tail. First, let's use our hands. So like I'm touching right here, I can already tell that this is cooked. All right, let's get double confirmation. Go right in there. 141, okay, I'm in the center now. 140, 144. Okay, so let's feel that. That's good, it's done. Let's just take this out of here onto our serving platter. Now listen, you can keep it all in here, especially if you don't have as much. Like I added these clams in. You don't even need to take them all out, all right? I can do, now I can do this with just taking a few out. Okay, it's remaining butter. Just gonna mix that in there, okay? Now you can do cubes, cold butter, whatever, but I just wanna get this nice butter in here. Whisk this in here. Remember, cloth on your handle because that handle is piping hot from the broiler. There we go. Our sauce is much richer now. Give it a taste. That is incredible. With the lemon juice, oh, this is why you're tasting it. Salt and pepper, if you need it. Honestly, it's absolutely perfect. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a lot of parsley in there. Just mix it all in, get it all in the sauce. Now what you can do is you can take a massive platter, okay? And then you can like take your sauce and put it all on top of it. Or you just put it on the side, but you know, I just love that on top of there. A little bit on the side. All right, I'm gonna set this up and we're gonna get the taste tester down right now. What did you do when you first came down here? He did. He was like, oh, wow. Because
and he told me, why can't you do that on video?
I told him, why couldn't you do that on the video? So we made it and James was very sick last week, so you couldn't have any of it.
Yeah.
So now you're looking forward to it.
I can eat all this?
There's a whole bunch more here too. I'm gonna give you a nice tail, okay?
Is there pasta?
There's no pasta. I got nice bread though for you. I'm sorry, I didn't want to, you know, I was gonna make some pasta. And by the way, you can do about a half a pound of pasta with this. So James, I'm gonna put some sauce on it, on these, a little bit over there.
It's kind of messy.
It's a messy affair. There you go, you're pulling it out. All right, that's actually perfect. Okay.
That was really good.
Good? So listen, you could save the shell here, the tail shells. You could save all of them after your son devours it. You can make a nice stock with it. Yeah, okay, so I loosened the clams. How are those?
They're pretty good. Not as big of a fan of baked clams as I'm like lobster.
Oh, okay. I thought you loved baked clams.
I used to. I'm just not a big fan anymore. I like tangy stuff more. I'm not a big fan of breadcrumbs. I just like don't really like breadcrumbs with like most things. I'm just not a big fan.
You want a piece of bread for the sauce?
Yeah, I love bread, but I don't like breadcrumbs. No.
So would you rather have clams with like just plain?
Yeah, with like clam sauce.
How's the lobster?
Lobster's delicious.
So while he's eating his lobster, this is for Christmas Eve. We also have on Patreon a Christmas special that we did a roast oven tenderloin, Brussels sprouts, home fries, and we did a snowball drink. So that's on Patreon. That's gonna be like the whole Christmas meal. If you wanna check it out, subscribe, because we have about, I would say 30 recipe videos now, and we have 6 full-length meals. So that has 4 to 5 recipes per video. It continues to grow. We also have a Discord community, and we're just really, really working on that. It's much more laid back. Have you been on any of them or not? No.
No, but I want to cook.
Yes, so that is probably what we're going to bring to Patreon soon. Is it going to be James cooking, and I'm going to be the taste tester.
I'm a very good cook, just so you know. The lobster is amazing, but I love lobster and I love crab. It's so good. I just don't like baked clams. It's one of like the few things I just don't like.
Oh man, those are delicious.
He's so fake.
I am. What are you?
Oh man.
I thought you used to love baked clams.
Yeah, I used to. I just don't like them anymore. I like clams with linguine and white sauce. I don't like clams with a bunch of breadcrumbs. I just don't think they're good.
Okay, so what?
But I love. That's
all
like.
right, this dish is not about the clams. I added them in as an extra.
Okay, overall the dish, I would say it's like a 9 out of 10. It's very good.
9 out of 10.
And
Okay.
with pasta.
Yes, and you have enough sauce to make pasta. Until next time, thank you. And and Merry Christmas, because this episode is going up on roughly 1 week before Christmas. So I think this probably will be the last episode before Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.